Oh, I just realized our mics are muted.
Welcome back, everybody, to Starladder China. This is our introduction for today. We had a bit of a spoof for you just then. I hope you enjoyed our little comedy skit where
we pretend like we don't know our mics are muted.
It was a pre-recorded thing. It was actually not us talking.
This is not live.
Oh
boy, CIS versus Vici Gaming.
We got a sniper.
Let's get it together, man.
Look, sniper Wraith
King. The Doom counter. Wraith King is the Doom counter.
I've seen Wraith King picked up so many times after Doom, and it's definitely somewhat related. I've also seen it, like, eHug picked it yesterday not against the Doombreaker. That was one of the first times I'd seen it picked not against Doom, but it's a carry who you can't Doom. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I've seen teams Doom him, too. That's the most frustrating part.
I've seen a lot.
Why would you Doom him? He has his ult.
I mean, it's kind of like a defensive Doom where he's coming and you're like, shit, if he stuns me, I'm dead. I've got to Doom him now. Even though you're not going to kill him or win the fight afterwards, it's like just like a short-term solution, but the long-term problem still exists, so...
Yeah, of course, I guess previewing the match a little bit as the draft nears completion. CIS is 4-4. They just joined ACE at the end of February, right after Chinese New Year ended. And, of course, everyone knows them for the Sniper Wraith King combo. They ran it quite a few times in Sina Cup. Had some good success there as well. Knocked out, I believe it was Newbie was one of the teams that they knocked out along the way. And made a decent run of it. Did not make it quite as far as DT, but one of the youngest team right now in China. Average age is 19, I believe. Yeah, average age is 19,
nice.
Thanks to K-Pop-tosis for all the stats and info. But
yeah,
hey, these are the young guns, the upstarts.
Yeah, they're doing all right. They're currently 4-4 on this patch, a solid 58% win rate. So, yeah, looking forward to see how they do.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. I'm still trying to get my bearings after the great start we had.
Yeah.
We'll get it together here as the game goes on. But yeah, Vici Gaming, of course, on the Radiant side, they go for the two most popular supports in China right now. The Shadow Shaman Ancient Apparition combo, and should be a pretty scary duo here. They can push early. Sniper, Wraith King, pretty farm intensive, I would say. Not ultra hard carries, but they don't do... We'll have to see how CIS can do against the push as it comes their way, and really positioning will be key for this lineup. This Sniper could easily just get caught and turn out to be total food.
Yeah, so Vici Gaming, this is your kind of standard Chinese supports, like you say. AA Shadow Shaman's been very popular. Doom fits in well, even against the Wraith King. I think he's just great because he goes for the mech. If you need the initiation, go for a Shadow Blade, but I think this is more like a tank it up, provide more auras for your team, maybe go for the Assault Crest, maybe even a Blink Dagger for initiation, also to just cut the gap between you and the Sniper. Nyx Assassin, I guess, yeah, not going to be in the support role, so he's going to be either mid or in the off-lane, which kind of gives Vici Gaming a pretty powerful lineup here. They just need that initiator, which is where you see Stormsword getting banned out by CIS.
So this is like exactly the draft that CIS likes to run. I'd say every single hero is pretty much ideal for what they've been running lately, and we'll have to see how effectively they can play at this game, but they've had decent results with this kind of draft. They've got the great initiator and Batrider. That's the frontline tank that you desperately need when you're on a sniper in the Wraith King. And heroes like Mirana, Sankin, who can start fights from afar, and then when those heroes try and retreat, you just pick them off with Assassinate. So CIS getting their pretty much customary draft, but maybe something Vici Gaming can look to punish here. They'll be looking for one last pick. It should be a core hero. And I guess the main question is, what kind of lanes are they looking for? Is this an off-lane Nyx that they're going to be running?
I think so. I think they want a ranged hero for mid, probably versus the Sniper.
It's tough. Like, Sniper actually outlanes a lot of heroes if he doesn't get ganked.
This is where you would have loved to have a Storm mid, which was why it gets banned last by CIS. Pugna's still an option, which I think is okay, because it kind of goes well with the pushing theme of
Pugna's
Doom
banned actually as well.
Okay. Wow, yeah. CIS, all these bans on these mid heroes are exactly what Vici Gaming would want, so...
Templar Assassin is pretty annoying for Sniper once you get some levels.
Just check Shadow Shaman mid even. I don't know.
Yeah.
At this point I'd be saying, like, Shadow Shaman mid, get the fast level 6.
He really has a hard time against Sniper, though. Like, not a good at auto attack.
Yeah.
Sniper can just harass him down. Bad base armor, pretty slow as well. And they will go Templar Assassin, who I think is a pretty good matchup for Sniper mid. Like, once he gets enough levels, sure, Shrapnel can somewhat deal with Refraction, but he just doesn't hit that hard early on. TA can just man up on him, and he could end up going down in the 1v1.
Yeah, and once you hit level 6, it is danger for Sniper. He's very squishy, so TA can go for those solo kills, or if he's not getting the solo kills, you're being completely zoned out of the lane. So a good mid hero, and it's kind of like you're almost in some ways their main source of actual DPS. Silo's going to be playing a Doom, which even though he's the carry player for the team, he's going to be going for most likely the mech, maybe a Shadow Blade for initiation, but more kind of general, I guess, team fight oriented items. Where Super, he's going to be the more like the carry for this team.
Absolutely. And well, guys, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you consider buying the ticket for Starladder. You get 222 games. I wouldn't normally push a tournament ticket, but you get to watch every single major region outside of Southeast Asia, which I'm a little sad about, but hopefully we'll have for future seasons. It's almost 2 tournaments in one. Last Starladder was like 120 games, and the audio, I know, has had some issues on Perfect World, but that's really out of our hands, and there's always still Europe and the other regions to look forward to. But
so far, so good for Starladder China.
Well, at least we're not lagging. We've gotten lucky there, I suppose. But knock on wood that it stays that way.
Yeah, and you say 2 tournaments in one. I mean, in some ways, it's like 4 mini tournaments with like you've added 3 new regions. So we've got 4 regions, each with their own online playoffs.
2 in 1, only in the sense that it's like double the games of just the Starladder Europe season.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts, and the LAN finals, when what's people have become to know and love about Starladder LAN finals is about to be completely changed and just completely revolutionized by adding 2 teams from China, a Korean team, and as well as an American team. I don't think an American team's ever gone to Starladder, even though they played a few of the LAN finals. I remember once, I think it was Dignitas or EG qualified, but couldn't end up going because it.
And that was when Starladder said, "You know what? We're not going to have American teams for now." But
yeah, it was like, hey, if you guys can't attend the LAN finals, like, well,
what's the point in having you in the online portion?
We'll focus on EU for now. And now that they actually and wait till they can support NA, which is where we are now, where Starladder can support NA, China, Korea. Global.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Vlad said Season 10 will have Southeast Asia. He's on record.
Did he say that publicly?
Yes, he said it in a YouTube interview with Navi. It's on their YouTube.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't getting us in hot water here.
Hey, look, he's said stuff about it at other plants that he shouldn't be saying stuff about it. This was on record on interview with Navi. He said, yeah, they want to have Southeast Asia, but they didn't have time. They didn't have a partner like they're working with Nexon in Korea, so they didn't have the time for Season 9. But he said Season 10 will have Southeast Asia. If it doesn't, don't hate on Vlad. They're trying to have Southeast Asia. He says they will, but Vlad obviously...
We'll make him. We'll refuse to cast if he doesn't have it.
We got you guys.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that. So we'll introduce the teams now. First match for both of these teams in Starladder China. Best of 1, round robin. Every team will play 7 games, and the top 4 move on to the playoffs. The top 2 go to Kiev. In the off lane for Team Vici Gaming, we've got ROTK Sama. He'll be playing the Nyx. Just narrowly lost that best of 5 to DK yesterday, but Vici definitely in the conversation as one of the top 2 teams. We have Super on the solo mid TA. Sylar in the woods to start as the Doom, but probably will rotate bottom soon. FY on the support Shadow Shaman, and Fenrir on the Ancient Apparition.
Well, for the CIS side, the youngest team in China for competitive teams, we are going to have Rioli playing the safe lane Sand King support. We're going to see Mirana in the hands of Ao. June playing the Wraith King. Mid lane's going to be your Sniper being played by Inflame, and that leaves in the off lane Batrider being played by Demons.
And I will say, I think this is one of the most underrated aspects of Ancient Apparition as support. He can just zone heroes out of lane by himself because of the Chilling Touch. Most other heroes can't do it. He's actually gone Cold Feet at level 1, but once he takes a point in Chilling Touch, Demons is really going to struggle. And it's actually pretty interesting to see that he didn't go for it, as that's quite unusual nowadays, to be honest. But in the mid lane, TA versus Sniper.
Has gone for the early point in Shrapnel just to get rid of that refraction as much as possible.
You need it, and you also just want to push the lane so he doesn't dive you with creep support. But
problem is, it's very easy to deny against that Shrapnel. And Super only the 3 denies so far, but the Shrapnel's kind of making it so that he can get some easy, cheap denies.
Now, the player I've got my eyes on here is going to be Ao, but for CIS. As the Burrow Strike comes through, he's been on the mark with his arrows, but ROTK gets off the Spike Carapace. But yeah, I don't know if you got to watch Sina Cup in the earlier rounds, but Ao was carrying really hard as that support roaming Mirana.
Yeah, this is like a rinse-repeat draft for CIS, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Vici Gaming probably aren't going to be surprised by the picks, but the fact they're playing a draft they're so comfortable with in the best of 1 is what you want to be doing.
I imagine we'll see Fenrir start taking points in Chilling Touch later on, but for now there's a bottom.
Deny that rune.
DD, FY.
He was struggling.
Can he actually
500
reach that?
Range.
I don't think he can.
I mean, 600 range definitely can. I don't know how 500 range heroes work there.
I'm sure if you eat this tree, you can, but I guess he didn't want to do it in the end. And Well, that's a big rune for Inflame.
Yeah,
Really helps you last hitting against
probably would have
DT.
been worth eating the tree considering it's a sniper with DD.
Oh yeah, because now he's probably going to get, what, like 3-4 CS at least that he wouldn't have otherwise had, or would have had a harder time getting.
Okay, so he's going for a bottle on the sniper. With the shrapnel build, you do need that bit of extra mana regen, and just having a bottle helps you out. You can bottle crow as much as possible, and this will help him out a lot. And, well, I'm curious to see how he goes. Right now he's a bit behind on CS, but with the bottle up now and 2 points in the shrapnel, I think he can stay on par and maybe even do better.
Yeah, the DD is making the big difference here, and already the shrapnel comes out, the refraction quickly removed, and top lane, they're trying hard to kill our TK, but Nyx is a difficult target for Sand King Mirana to bring down. You really can't get in range for Burrow Strike unless you smoke, and the Mirana, if she starts with arrow, he'll just carapace away, so just very difficult for CIS to secure that kill.
They do a good job of preventing, well, actually they haven't fully stopped his pull at the top lane. Batrider. No. Oh, sorry, Nyx Assassin is going to get us somewhat bully. He'll probably get stolen mostly, but Batrider's actually left bottom lane, gone to the jungle. I think this is probably the best decision because AA Shadow Shaman can pretty much zone him out. It does leave Sniper vulnerable to a smoke gank, since the supports are freed
No smoke,
up.
though. They haven't bought any yet.
Yes, so should look to pick one up soon, or even just rotate mid without smoke, just so you can pressure the lane a bit. But Batrider's already back bottom. The lane pushes to his tower, and he says, okay, I should be here. They're going to dive him.
They're coming for him. Meanwhile, top rune. Super's going to go on Inflame, but he gets the invis. He's got backup as well. And with Shrapnel here, if they have detection, I think they can kill him. Sentry's there. The slow comes through, but the arrow's off the mark. Super's just going to hightail it out of there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, the first blood did go on the Batrider. And Super will end up surviving. So the backstab works, and well, the arrow missing mid means that it doesn't.
Yeah, a bit of a gamble by Vici Gaming, but it pays off. Like going for the flank behind the tower when Batrider wasn't even there, but they expected him to come back because the lane's getting to the tower.
He did see the two supports both run this way. They didn't have smoke, but that's still kind of a...
Yeah.
Normally what you'd have is one support stacking and one preparing to pull, not just two supports running around the woods together.
Demon's just got a bit greedy. He's like, okay, I want to have my jungle, but I also want to have the lane when it pushes to tower. But you should have just stuck with the jungle at that point. And oh, looks like a Burrow Strike. Still just level 1 Burrow Strike, making it really hard to engage an RTK, who's about to hit level 5. So while he's got 6 CS, level 5 already. This is a really good game by RTK in the off lane.
And again, it's just a difficult matchup. Even the Wraith King stun, you see it coming, you just carapace that, and hell, he's never going to have mana with the mana burn constantly being spammed, so tough for the Skeleton King. And I also want to mention, as we go toward, or the Wraith King, as you go towards the mid game, that's where Skeleton King can really struggle against mana burn.
Yeah.
So sure, maybe you can't doom him, but a well-timed mana burn can bring him about half of his mana pool gone, and you know, if he uses the stun on top of that, might not have any.
He'll probably have to like save his stick and one charges just for right before he dies to make sure he has the mana for his ulti. But even that, you're never really 100%
Super mid
sure.
lane. Assassinate. Nice job by Inflame. Forces out the refraction, and we'll go ahead and cancel it.
Super probably going to just be forced to bottle crow, but yeah, the courier's coming back mid. He's going to bottle crow there. No, maybe not. Okay, it's going back home. No bottle crow for him. Arrow going to land. Super gets tanked by an arrow. The shrapnel will burn the refraction.
He's got a new refraction.
Oh.
This is going to be hard to kill him. He's waiting.
Yeah, he'll save the refraction
first. Refraction, well timed.
And forces Inflame to use the ulti, so he actually chews through that mana, so...
Yeah, that was just one of those little things where he waited a bit longer to make sure he had to ult.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, gets wasted.
Yeah, if he refracts early, the Assassinate just gets cancelled, which means Sniper still has that mana. So forces Sniper to hope for a rune or even bottle crow, because there's no rune for another minute and a half. And the courier's coming mid with some items for Sniper, and will probably take his bottle back home as well. Yeah,
it was an illusion denied by the Ancient Apparition bottom, and could have picked it up, but maybe a bit worried about the Mirana heading that way. As an arrow flies, will not connect. But considering the pressure that Super's been under, he's done a really good job. Only 4 CS behind Sniper.
Yeah.
Still has his phase boots, and this is now where Inflame will need supports with TPs ready to go. Keep Batrider near mid if you can, but he's only level 4. And to doing a quick TP check, Sand King has just bought one. So this is where the Skeleton King hits 6 soon, and you can just leave him alone. Go help the Sniper.
Yeah, and speaking of hitting 6, Doom's just hit 6. I'd love to see him pick up a TP scroll to be able to counter gank these other lanes, because he's a level 6 Doom. Sure, he's in that safe lane farming role, but that's a role where you should be helping your teammates if you're a Doom when you've got that ulti. And he's picked up Buckler, Headdress, picks up a magic stick. No TP still. He's very close to a fast mech, and maybe he's thinking, I'll get the mech and then have the TP scroll to help my team.
How do you feel about maxing Cold Feet over Chilling Touch? Because I feel like Chilling Touch is just clearly superior right now.
This is something that few AAs are doing right now.
And he took it at level 1 as well, which I really don't agree with unless you have like an Earthshaker to help set up the cold feet.
Yeah. You get the longer stun duration, which is, I guess, maybe if that's all. That's exactly what he wants out of this. But the Chilling Touch is just such great damage. It works better when you've got many range heroes. Mid lane, though, we can see Sniper get dived up here. The Impale going to land. This should be the death of Inflame. And the Cold Feet lock him in place. Sand King a bit late with the Burrow after TPing in. And another kill for Vici Gaming on the Sniper this time.
Just a well-executed gank. He circles around through the trees, and with no ward bottom, they just didn't see it coming.
Excellent. T1 tower, deny.
Nice deny by Io. Now goes in with the Shackle. There's a Doom here as well.
Yeah.
Actually dooms the Mirana. Batrider not level 6 yet. No lasso. Mirana should be falling here. Runs back in to try and deliver some right clicks. They want to secure a kill. Batrider's doing a lot of work. Sticky Napalm stacking up. Sylar dropping low, but he's got the mech just delivered in the midst of the fight. Turns around, chomps down on a tasty bat snack, and lives to tell the tale. The courier will retreat successfully as well. What a timely mech delivery that was.
Yeah.
And they're going back in. You want to run Sniper mid? That's cute. We're going to gank you all day and all night. And Inflame is just about to feed again.
RTK no mana just... Yeah. Okay, he's got in 2 seconds.
They seem to know something's coming. But as he heads bottom, if he goes towards that
one trap and he's dead. He needs to trap to guarantee the Impale. And the trap's going to go.
Whiffs the Impale, actually. Oh, no, but I think he's still dead. Still will fall. The Nyx likely to die here as well. They do bring down the Sniper. And the Flame Break pushes RTK back. Decent counter gank, but once again, Sniper's died. Suddenly, Rolly, he's found Fenrir. On the run, no TP. Seems like he will die with 4 heroes rotating in.
Yeah.
Burrow Strike's available. They'll set it up now. Arrow is coming. They'll juke it. I think he's still dead, though.
Yeah, still very dead. The Flame Break will find him. Demons picks up the kill. So CIS getting themselves on the board, unfortunately.
That took 5 TPs, though.
Yeah, it's
coming, like, rotation.
And it's coming at the cost of Sniper going down, who isn't really the greatest comeback hero or a hero to be playing from behind with. And that's where you've got a Doom who's farming fantastic. TA... same CS as the Sniper, but just having no death means Super is just in such a better position. Has the half a level advantage as well as just a small farm advantage as well without having died.
And they're going mid again. Just with the mech online, Doom having cooled down. Let's keep on pressuring, they say. Sylar, if he wants to, can channel a Tornado, and hey, the armor aura is not bad for this kind of thing. Push the tower early, 3 bonus armor for the team, an additional set of armor when you pop the mech for the team as well, and they'll drop the wards now. And the tower's pretty much dead. Really don't see CIS defending this.
They've got a Moonlight Shadow.
There's no Bat Blink, though. Without that, I feel there's just no taking the fight.
Dude, AO has a lot of faith in his ability to hit arrows.
Maxing the arrow, skipping Starstorm.
Yeah.
He's been doing this in Sina Cup.
Yeah.
And, well, it's a very boomer bust style.
Yeah. I like the second point in Leap makes quite a big difference compared to level 1. Like the cooldown, the extra attack speed, the bit of extra distance. I actually really like the level 2 leap early on, but yeah, not going for just the 1 point in arrow and getting Starstorm means he can throw more arrows because he doesn't have to worry about mana problems.
The whole idea with their draft is that Sniper just does so much damage, especially once he gets a few items, that all you need are stuns and frontline tanks, and Sniper will clean up. But when he gets killed repeatedly like this, he doesn't really hit that hard. Doesn't have the max levels and take aim or headshot, so his effective DPS is quite a bit lower.
Yep. And
he doesn't have the right click from a phase boots. I've actually seen him go Tread sometimes, but like phase Sanjin Yasha isn't uncommon, and well, finally the blink's out. They'll need this first gank to work because I just feel like Vici Gaming, with the ult online for AA, are about ready to start taking some more towers.
Yeah, as is customary as well, he picks up the smoke with the blink, so probably look to use that, maybe looking to meet up with the Sand King to go smoking with him, and a kill on Super at top would be great. TA is probably one of the key targets to bring down, either the TA or the Doom, probably the 2 main targets they want to try and catch out with this lasso gank.
And Inflame's going tanky here. He'll pick up the Belt of Giant Strength, works towards the Treads, and with Doom and Nyx on the other side, I think raw HP is probably advisable.
Yeah, get as many cheap, cost-effective stats. I think he'll go Treads, Drums
Plus he's
even.
feeding, so this is not a good game to go greedy with your items.
Yeah, Treads, Drums, and then after the Drums, maybe you consider going for a bigger damage item.
So he likes Sanjin Yasha. Yeah. BKB's probably not a great choice this game.
Sanjin Yasha's probably pretty good here. Yeah. The movement speed especially helps a lot, like running away from a TA or something.
And dodging Nyx Impale gets real easy when you move that fast. Yeah. They're smoked up, but nobody's top.
Well, they'll be top soon. The problem is it's a bit of a
Oh,
bait.
why isn't Flame in the front lines? I really don't know, but they were ready with some backup. The wards come through. The Sniper just explodes. Demons will be next. Ticking down. Those Shadow Shaman wards doing massive damage. Sylar, still alive, pops the wand and keeps on running. 4 heroes have fallen. Make it 5. Skeleton King's respawn with another
He's
trap.
got Doom still, Sylar. Like,
He never even used it. He just runs away, shoots on the run. Good time to doom him. The one time where you can actually bring down a Wraith King. See ya, peasant.
Team wipe. Vici Gaming
the trash talker is down. Like, have you noticed Skeleton King's hero responses? He's like one of the... He talks more trash than almost any hero.
He's a very angry man.
Yeah, angry undead. I guess if I was an ugly undead skeleton, I'd be pretty mad.
Exactly. How long has he spent, like, in a grave somewhere, like, not in our realm? Like, he's come back and just has
And now he's getting trashed by
anger issues.
By the demon, like you said. Everyone thinks you're talking about Dota demon, by the way. They're getting all confused. I was getting confused, too.
The Bat Rider?
Well, yeah, that, but also there's more demons in the game. Like, there's Doom, who's an undead demon of sorts, so... Arrow to fly. Well, what? What? That was a very interesting non-collision.
Well, Wraith King, no ulti as we speak. Still for a good 3 minutes, and Vici Gaming know that, so... They're quite happy to take a fight fairly soon. They may wait for the Doom cooldown to come out. That's only 35 seconds, so they'll have a good 2 minutes where they've got Doom. There's no Wraith King reincarnation, and Sniper not really fight ready.
There's actually still 3 minutes before reincarnation. It's a 5-minute cooldown at level 1. That's awful. That's
crazy.
I love that stage when you do hit level 16, though, and you're balling out of control, and you always, in theory, like, if you're tanky enough, you just never die, because you keep on
60. You just go stay alive 60 seconds after you respawn. If you have, like, one mobility item, like a 4-staff or a blink dagger, you reincarnate and you can 4-staff or blink out, and then, hey, you wait 60 seconds before going back in.
They've wrangled in a super mid, though. Nice. Refraction's available. Hasn't popped it yet. He just got chain stunned down. Might have been headshotted there at the end.
That's what CIS need to keep doing. Find these solo pickoffs and just stall the game a bit here. They don't want to be taking team fights. Not that they chose to take a team fight at top early. They were looking for a pickoff. They just got caught out. There's going to be a blink in from FY. He's already got a blink on his Shadow Shaman. They'll take out the Sand King. They'll maybe hoping for a bit more. The arrow just off the mark. I thought that was going to clip in this shrapnel. No, it's enough for FY. He's alive. He's got blink in a second. He's going to be okay here. Gets salved up by a teammate. That was so close, that arrow. I thought that was going to be one of those arrows which hits when you like can't believe it's going to hit, just like right off the side, but he somehow avoided it.
I think I completely missed it on the camera. Not 100% sure, but I'll take your word for it. Sorry, fellas.
That's okay.
We're getting back in the groove here. We haven't had like a steady diet of casts in quite some time, but we'll get to it now. As they go on Inflame bottom lane, there's a little backup here from the Bat, but Inflame probably going to die just to the TA, who muscles up onto him, impales him as well. A Shadow Shaman for a Sniper, that's a great trade if it ends there. And ends there, I think it will. They doomed the Mirana, but not a very effective Doom, and suddenly the slaps and the chops come out from the SK.
When the Doom target just holds their ground and starts right-clicking you, you know it's probably like, okay, we're not killing him. That Mirana is just like no fear, even when doomed.
No. In the end, the Sniper died, so
RTK.
Pretty decent win here for Vici Gaming.
RTK is searching for this Mirana. We'll actually find Mirana, and doesn't have the Vendetta damage anymore.
The Ukes. The Vendetta wears off at just the wrong time.
Yeah. Well, Vici Gaming have got mechs soon. 15 seconds here, but the Moonlight Shadow. I don't know.
But there's a sentry here at the ready. They do manage to grab RTK, but gets Carapace, gets locked down and blown up. They'll lose the Nyx to the Firefly. Even though he didn't really seem to be in it. But, whatever. He goes down.
Yeah, there was an Assassinator as well, ready to come in, being channeled, but wasn't needed in the end. And Nyx, even though he just died, picks up a Blink Dagger. So RTK, he's 2 deaths recently, but hey, it doesn't really matter. That's kind of Nyx's role, just to be that frontliner, get stun as many heroes as you can with your Carapace, and set up good teamfights. With the Blink Dagger, he's going to become a big threat.
I do like how he just keeps on throwing arrows out, though. You see a lot of Mirana players will just try and find the perfect arrow.
Yeah.
And that can be a big mistake. Like, just throw it out there. Sometimes it's a low percentage arrow, but it's all about the ones you hit. So I do like his overall kind of Mirana philosophy, or at least what seems to be that, judging from a style of play.
Yeah, and you have to be a little careful because it's still got a 17-second cooldown, so if your opponents see you've just missed an arrow, they can engage and say, hey, look, there's no arrow. That's one of their main stuns. But actually, well, this lineup, they've got plenty of stuns. So if it's a team where Mirana arrow you're relying on in a team fight to hit a big arrow to stun the target, then you have to be careful. But with their lineup, Wraith King, Sand King, Bat Rider, Lasso, they've got enough crowd control that not having arrow in a fight's not going to matter.
They're hunting demons. This will be an easy kill with Carapace to lock him down, sets up the Impale, and cleans him up for Mr. Super.
Yeah.
I like this style of play from Vici, though. You want to run Sniper, Skeleton King, not the most mobile carries, heroes that need a lot of farm. we're just gonna keep on fighting and ganking.
Doom, straight Necro 3. He
This
just suddenly
is so much hate for the Wraith King.
He just saved up like 5.3k gold.
He'll never have his ult. I feel like he's gonna be one of the saddest noobs ever.
Yeah. Okay.
Not calling him a noob, just saying he'll feel like one when he has no mana for the ult.
Yeah, I guess, like mentioned a bit earlier, like maybe you save all those 1 charges for right. If you have 10 plus 1 charges and you use it right before you die,
it's
maybe
it's where
okay.
you almost have to consider getting a Soul Rain or something like that as well.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I mean, how much mana burn is it for Necro 3? It's like a couple hundred plus the Nyx mana burn.
I think it's like 250 to 300.
Yeah, and we're looking at a Skeleton King with 480 mana, but that's assuming he doesn't use a stun at all in these fights.
225.
Okay. So he can, if he uses 1 stun, I think he'll barely have enough for Reincarn, but...
The main problem is the melee warrior has 75 mana per hit.
Right.
That's huge.
And you're a melee tank, like you want to be in the front line.
And that thing hits fast. It burns your mana in no time at all. To me, it's always that melee one which burns the mana more than the actual mana burn from the range archer.
Oh boy. The initiation comes. Bat still lurking on the high ground. Goes in on the Nyx. Actually didn't carapace, but he gets slowed down too much to really do a whole lot. Super leaping forward. Roche dropping low. The Ancient Apparition ult connects on a few, mainly just the Sand King. They engage now in the pit. They focus June down, but they doom him when he's got his ult online. Suddenly the Reincarn, he turns around. They get slowed by quite a bit. Epi being channeled. This could be big. Ruli's just going to waddle in, burrows through, connects on quite a few, but they're all tanky, kept alive for ages and ages, and now an even better Impale. That connects on 3. Roche fell in the midst of the chaos. No, actually still alive through it all. In flame, now on the run. This TA has meld, has a refraction. Bat cleans up 1 on the backside. Refraction being removed rather quickly. And now, where's the backup? They're saying, let's go, Roche. Just forget about Super. Finish the damn. Finish the damn rock.
Flamebreak misses, luckily, for Vici Gaming. They've got to be really careful here. Barrett is actually stuck on the high ground. A ultimate going to prevent his blink as well, but here comes Sniper with an Assassinate. Not going to be enough damage. The mech is there as well. Even without the mech, he had more than enough HP to survive a level 1 Sniper ulti.
That was some real bad communication from
Roche. They've got Necro books as well as TA. This should be Vici Gaming's Roche. The question is, will CIS try and engage and stop it? Arrow catches FY on the high ground.
Assassinate's cooling down. I don't think
some of those Necro books, Silo. There we go.
They'll go in on the Roche now.
Yeah.
It's low though. Evoli's gonna come back in, or Roly rather. Can't get the burrow strike off in time. Now trapped up. Nowhere to run. There's a blink hex, and the buyback is just gonna ruin them. They'll lose at least the Sniper here. Meld finishes him off. Now Roly, next on the list, a great Ancient Apparition completely explodes him. They might lose more. June's retreating out. Demons will as well.
So much of that came from the Necro 3. As soon as that was back up, it just gives you the aura as well as a ton of damage output, which Vici Gaming kind of a lack apart from the TA. So having the Necro 3 back up, they win that fight hands down when it was online.
That's where having your tier 1 mid makes all the difference. Without that tower, I don't think Super actually gets there in time, but had a timely buyback when he needed it, and it made the difference. But I will say, I still feel kind of sloppy from Vici. Super hunting for kills and the team trying to go Roche without the Necrobook and without their best hero for killing Roche, which is the TA. So.
The sloppiest part was almost when they doomed the Wraith King. I thought they were just going to lose the fight there almost.
I did too. I think the mech was what kept Vici alive through that.
They stayed alive and retreated well enough after the Wraith King reincarnation slow that they didn't all die, because they were on the low ground, and Sniper, like Mirana Arrow with a Sand King ulti, almost cleaned up.
Great reactions here from Io, but not good enough as he walks into a Doom. Fogs has the ult. And actually, Sylar's driven back here by the little man with the big gun.
RTK a bit stuck here. I don't think they know he's actually there, though.
Yeah, and he might go back in.
Yeah, he's ready. Looking for a Blink Impale. Not going to find anyone just yet with the Moonlight Shadow up.
And now they'll just start pushing. They still got this Aegis on Super, and for CIS to defend, it's going to take a whole lot. They do have Reincarn back online, and now it's got the 160 cooldown, so not too bad, but a Blink starts it off from FY, drops the wards, nicely placed. They'll bring down the bat, but CIS retreat and take minimal casualties, all things considered. And Vici just forget it. They're like, forget about the tier 2. Let's go take the tier 3.
Yeah, Vici just too strong right now.
A little bit overambitious, that one.
They weren't going to get too much. Shadow Shaman's just playing ballsy. He's blinking straight in, knowing that his team will back him up well enough. They've got a Doom mech as well, and they just can't kill me. FY goes blinking in again with the Shackles. He's got ROTK there with the Blink Impale. They'll bring down the Sniper.
He was just having this grand old time farming wards from the high ground. He's like, oh great, they can't hit me, but every time he attacks them, they get that vision. And
FY's a playmaker, man. This guy just will look for these plays, and even as the squishiest support on the Vici Gaming side, he's happy to be the one engaging.
Super's going in. Speaking of engagements, but a nice lasso from Demons. Pulls him back to the tier 4 towers. A bridge too far. Remember, he does have Aegis, though. June Will drop once. That's a 50% slow. Except TA's dead, so she's not going to take it. But she will just get man-moded on. Right-click down. Big crits from the Wraith King. And now the turnaround comes. FY retreating out. Flame Break. Already cooling down. Ancient Emperor Schnolt will fly. Connects on 2. They want to bring down Sylar here. He's low. He will die. And suddenly, they're in a headlong retreat. June just keeps on chasing. Then suddenly the Flame Break comes out, and the leap forward onto FY. Assassinates here, but Sniper won't get it. Actually wastes it. A 3-hero Impale and a Blink out from ROTK.
Nice.
There was a buyback from the bat, but once again, just the team that has the buyback turns the fight.
Yeah, CIS just getting some kills going their way, and this is no Rex is down. CIS are behind by a decentish margin. I mean, 12k gold, but they've still got a pretty potent like multi-core lineup. You've got Wraith King, Sniper. Murata not at this point not a core hero, but the Batrider's doing okay enough. Like he'll get a 4-staff in the next couple of minutes, and 4-staff's going to be a big item pickup because if you get the lasso and 4-staff away from the counter initiation of a Blink Nyx, a Blink Shadow Shaman, don't get stunned by a Carapace hopefully in the time, then suddenly Batrider's pick-off potential gets a lot scarier.
Absolutely, and that's where Vici Gaming just have to not be too cocky. Sure, you've got Aegis, but they were diving to kill Wraith King who had his ult.
Yeah.
No real need to do that, and as soon as they jumped him at the tier, like right outside the tier 4s, they ended up losing 3-4 heroes that could have easily been avoided. They could have just sieged the tier 3 mid. If they go on TA and lasso her and bring her in, she's not going that far back. She'll go from like here, maybe to over here, but not all the way onto the tier 4s, and could have just ran away. So
Vici Gaming
just being overconfident.
They dive so far, and the problem is this: the Wraith King reincarnation just slows everyone to like minimum movement speed. I think every hero gets down to 100 movement speed. It's actually the tooltip's wrong. It's actually a 75% movement speed slow now.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was more, but it said 50, so I was like,
well, I was clicking the heroes. I was like, they all have 100 movement speed, which I believe is the minimum you can have, and their normal movement speed is like 350. So I was like, that's not 50%.
Right.
I can do maths well enough. Better than K-Poptosis can today.
Oh, jeez. We love you, Brian. I don't think he can hear us for now, but he's watching.
I think they're watching.
Yeah. Well, those shots.
But yeah, so it's a 75% slow, which for any hero below 400 movement speed gets them down to the minimum 100 movement speed threshold.
Lasso will come in. They found FY for once. He gets caught out. The Burrow Strike connects as well, and I think they'll bring him down, but he's already dropped wards, kept alive by just the magic stick for the time being. Mech was already used, and now the Batrider gets Doom, gets focused down. Well, this Shadow Shaman, very tanky. He's going Necrobook as well. They just want to punch a big hole in the CIS base, and I don't know if they'll go high ground without wards, but they certainly have them bottled up for the time being.
Yeah, no Necro 3 on Sylar just yet either, so probably wait for the Necrobook. They haven't got Doom, haven't got Shaman wards.
They know there's no buyback on Bat, though. That is the one thing that they have going their way they didn't last time, but I think it's too aggressive.
They may look for a pick-off if they can jump someone, get a kill, then back off without taking too much damage, but yeah, they're very surprised if they try to go high ground. They're not doing that. FY's just going to keep this mid lane pushed out. He's got no even real backup right now. RTK's got a Dagon. I like it.
Does he really? Yeah. Wow. Well, hasn't delivered it yet, but that just makes it so easy to burst the bat. They'll go in on bottom lane on the Wraith King. A Mana Burn's thrown out, but now he's got the level 2 Incarn, and as soon as it hits level 3, that's where this lineup gets a lot stronger. He can just aggressively force fights. Interestingly enough, we're going to see...
Blown up
looks
at bottom
like a
lane.
Diffusal Blade from Inflame. Double...
June
what
just
is there
got...
to purge this game?
On the Sniper?
Yeah, he's going Diffusal Blade, it looks.
That's... Necrobooks is one thing.
Yeah.
But that's there's 4 of them running around. Like you can,
right, you can't purge them all.
I think you still take damage for purging the melee one. I don't know.
Yes, I believe you do.
I'd be surprised if you didn't.
They found FY. They'll have an assassinate here, and they're just going to snipe him.
That's a good pickup.
Beautifully done.
That's what CIS needed to keep trying to do, and they're going to look to chase it. They haven't got the reincarnation here, but they find Sal. He's already popped the BKB, so they cannot kill him. They do not even want to fight. I think this is a full retreat from CIS. 4v4 now as Sankin gets taken out there. The epicenter just not doing really anything.
That was fool's gold going for the Doom there.
Yeah, after the Shaman, I think they had to back off. Even 5v4, they couldn't fight, because reincarnation got blown bottom lane. Nyx Assassin ganked him, and after that, they can't really fight without Wraith King having reincarnation, even with Shaman dead.
Still no Dagon delivered. It is coming now, along with the Clarity, and they'll look to breach the base here. Doom's online, BKB is on cooldown, Necro's on cooldown. I don't know if they can do it without their full complement of abilities and items, though. And Super's BKB isn't here yet, so Vici, they probably want to wait for that.
Yeah, they're in no big rush. Maybe even wait for the next Roshan, which will be up in the next 30 seconds to, what, 4 minutes. So that's going to be respawning soonish. We'll see exactly how long and once the timer ticks around. And I think CIS are just trapped in their own base right now. They picked up a blink on the Wraith King, which I like as a pickup, because it gets you in the front lines. It forces them to focus you, which is, when you've got Reincarnation, great, because it means you have the very high chance of just slowing everyone, setting up a Sanking engagement, setting up your Mirana arrows. Problem is, Sanking ulti's still just level 1. He's level 8.
What were those wards from FY? I'm not a big fan. That was a total waste.
Yeah. Sniper, easy pickings for him.
Yeah, he's a good hero to have against Shadow Shaman wards. We'll see yet another arrow come flying through. Won't connect, but... Well, with the wards down, they're going to have to wait a solid minute and a half here. I don't see them breaking the base without him. That's time to farm. So going on June bottom lane. But even with the Monomer, probably not enough. ROTK! Well, he wanted to pop Reincarn. He's just going to pay with his life. June might fall, but...
Some ROTK feeds.
Actually, the ult was cooling down still. Okay.
ROTK feed's worth it then.
That's worth it. I thought it was off cooldown already, but still was cooling down. So well done by Vici. Not super well done. I mean, RTK is still a pretty important hero for this team.
I don't think the plan involved him dying there, but...
And at this point, the Skeleton King's not really likely to do a whole lot of right-click damage in fights. FY will get caught mid. The Diffusal Blade's online.
Yeah. I don't think there's a real right-click damage coming from anyone.
Sniper.
It's going to be like...
Diffusal Blade is not like a great pure DPS item.
Yeah, for CIS to win fights, it's just going to have to come from coordination. Like, chain stunning well, like getting Sanking a decent epicenter. And then having Wraith King and Sniper just focusing the same target. Because neither of them hits that hard, but you combine everything together. They can still kill anyone on this Radiant team, apart from maybe like a BKB Doom.
Or Super. There's two
Super
now.
with a BKB is... it's still possible if you stun him before a BKB, but yeah. In general, these heroes are just tanky.
Yeah.
But
and I would like to see that Vici just group up as 5. They've been a little sporadic with their movements, kind of just doing their own thing. FY dropping wards on his own. The team engaging when the rest of their team wasn't really ready. And they've just looked a bit sloppy so far. But they'll go for Rosh now, and with the Aegis online, that's where you could expect Vici just to group up as 5 and try and really force a fight. Although RTK, what is he doing? Come on, RTK, that's just unnecessary.
Please. Well, the CIS players in the lobby before the game were saying how RTK was their idol, and they may have to reconsider after some of these plays.
An idol no longer.
Yeah.
A fallen idol.
Yeah.
Well, space created, I suppose. Help secure the Rosh.
XP Sama, please.
We'll drop a trap here, and now Inflame's got to retreat. And quickly at that.
Oh,
look at the
so
Ice
slow.
Vortex. He's so freaking slow.
Oh.
He gets doomed as well. I don't know if they needed it, but
he's so dead.
It's enough.
Was that
That's
just
a godlike
Ice
ancient
Vortex?
apparition.
Like, what else was slowing him there?
Ice Vortex and the trap. So
okay,
the two together.
The trap makes sense.
But this ancient apparition, we see why he's such a powerful pick. 11, 1, and 8.
Oh, man.
Just been doing work all game long.
Yep, well, it looks like Vici Gaming ready to go high ground now with Aegis on their side. Nyx is still dead, but they've got a T1 tower, so he'll be back ready for this fight fairly soon. They drop the Serpent Wards. They'll go high ground regardless.
There you go.
Necro 3 coming as well for the Doom in 2 seconds. Shadow Shaman still hasn't got his Necro book on him just yet, but this looks like a dead Tier 3 tower.
And Super just jumps in. He's got BKB. He'll probably die once, then look to use it. But Lasso's ready. No, he'll just pop it now. He doesn't want to risk it. They'll bring down one. They force the June retreat out. He does reincarn, but Sylar just retreats. Doesn't care too much. BKBs have worn off. They'll lasso and they focus on Fenrir. Maybe not the best target with some low carry heroes available. He'll live. Had full HP. They just couldn't do the damage. They buy back now on the bat. They try to assassinate, but they just don't have the deeps. Super still alive. Wards quickly cleaning up the racks. Now a blink. Impale in from ROTK.
That's
Stuns
better.
June as well. Great secondary initiation. A mono burn on top of it all.
Yeah.
And they'll retreat out.
That was good. Great initiation by ROTK, getting the Carapace off and stunning multiple heroes. We're going to see Super go back in, though. He's looking to bring down June, who doesn't have Reincarnation at the time being, but Vici Gaming already have Raxes, so they're only going to fight if it's on their own terms right now. They don't have to try and force the issue to get these Raxes, and they can back off. They've still got Aegis. They can wait for the Necro cooldowns, wait for the Doom cooldown, and then try and go high ground again in a different lane. They'll have their next couple of items. Doom's got 4.4k gold. I imagine Assault Caress will be the next item pickup, but plenty of, even like a Shiva's Guard isn't too bad. He picks up the Hyperstone, so Assault Caress will be coming for Sylar.
Yeah, really nice choice for CIS as the game goes on. You've already got BKBs, and really their damage is right-click damage. Physical damage from the Sniper and the Wraith King. So, and also great for just completely shutting down the towers.
I don't know about this two-man gank squad. This is a level 9 Sanking. Like,
It's also a very big Doom.
How are you killing anyone? These two
They're
heroes,
bringing in more.
They got scouted, but
They're bringing in IO. There's an observer ward here for the Radiant. It's completely scouted out. RTK goes for
Carapace.
the huge play. He's going to feed on gem away, though. RTK,
he scouted.
please.
He cancelled one of the smokes and actually saw the Sand King.
They had... That was a Radiant observer that just expired right here. Like, he
Yeah.
saw all three.
Yeah, that was weird. But
And they want to go back into
Gem
the
got picked up by Silo, so...
Well, at least they limit the damage here. And
Well.
quickly, Rolly melts. Look at how easy
Deny.
a kill he is.
Yeah, it gets a deny, but it doesn't
Nice
really
deny.
matter. But
Just very sloppy play all around, from really from both teams, I'd say.
Silo may die here. He's being stunned up. There's going to be a flame break as well. The FY Serpent Ward's going to try and just provide a bit of a buffer here to keep him alive. And Silo goes to the high ground. June gets shackled up, creates enough space for Silo to get out of there. Ultimate Ice Blast is going to go through. June does not have ulti here. He's dead. He's got the armlet on, so he can't toggle it off with the Ice Blast. And I think this is...
chasing.
Yeah,
They're going to find Inflame. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Hex him up. Bring him down fast. Mirana leaps and runs for the hill.
Straight into
Sniper completely abandoned, and now with no Firefly, this will be a 5-man wipe. This is the death of demons. The real demon is Doom, and Sylar is king of this game so far. 19k net worth.
They're all running and they blink and blink Firefly to the high ground, and Silo's up there waiting like, oh, okay, I'll take these kills.
This is the Sylar face when he sees that hero jump in. It's like, great, free cat lady. Tasty. I'm having bats, I'm having cats. He's really he'll eat anything, this Doom.
Well, he's about to eat the rest of the CIS base, at least the bottom lane here. These Rax is in all sorts of trouble. Necrobook in 20 seconds, so they're going to have to do this without a Serpent Wars, without Necrobooks, but they should be able to do so fairly easily, and it looks like this may be the end for CIS. They'll probably have one last go. They're about to all respawn apart from the Bat Rider, but I think they'll find themselves already down 2 sets of Rax.
And this is without the Deso, just now delivered on the TA. With Deso online, AC up, that is minus 12 armor to every building. They just melt.
Yeah.
And that's with the Necrobooks there as well. 2
Yeah.
lanes of Rax down. It's just a matter of time. The Sniper Wraith King is cute, but Vici Gaming just overran it. And I think we really saw the weakness of Sniper mid. Just so easy to gank.
Nice stun dodge coming out from Sylar. Pops a BKB to dodge the Wraith King's Wraithfire Blast, and he's going to get a couple more kills. The Reincarnation slows there, but I don't think Vici Gaming care. They're all BKB'd. June taking a lot of damage in the Fountain. This is just some good old-fashioned Fountain farming coming in from Super. He'll bring down June. He wants more. Unfortunately, the Fountain's going to deal with him, and there goes the throne. Fountain farming for the win.
GG.
XP Sama, no mercy. XP Sama, please.
Well, China's not the only place where he has fans. He's got quite a few here in the US as well, and at least myself and yourself. But a fantastic performance in our second best of one of the day in Vici Gaming. I don't think a big surprise, but they'd take care of CIS. They were quite sloppy in that game, though, I have to say.
Yeah, I think they were in a position where sloppiness kind of showed more. Like when you're going for these kind of just all-out pushes and you're committing like to Serpent Ward and Necrobooks for a push. Like, hey, we may die here, but we'll get some damage done regardless, which is, I guess, what was kind of happening there. But yeah.
So that's going to wrap up our second match of the day. We've got one more coming up soon. Or sorry, 2 more coming up. We'll have NB versus Tongfu after a quick break, and then our last match of the day will be NB versus LGD. Our first chance to see maybe in action replacing Xiao 8. So guys, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with yet more Chinese Dota. Stay tuned.